Hoi hoi. Oh, sorry. I should probably set the camera before I do that. How are you? Happy Tuesday. It is, didn't post last night. Solid reason for that. My co-op class, I had to, finalize my, my resume and my cover letter and my references sheet, and that took me till 11 o'clock because I had an interview this morning, with Rogers TV, who I already had volunteered for, so the interview went extremely well. I looked awesome. I had my white shirt, I had a tie, then I was wearing a gray Argyle shirt over that with black pinstripe pants and black fancy shoes. I felt dapper. So yeah, that's why I didn't post yesterday, and I apologize for that. But nothing really exciting happened yesterday. Like, honestly, nothing really exciting happened. I didn't have lunch yesterday. So that, actually, something did sort of happen. I didn't have lunch, and all I had to eat until dinner was a bowl of shredded wheat. Well, Wheaties. The Kashi Go Lean stuff. But what's weird about that is I didn't feel hungry the whole day after having that, which was sort of interesting. And I don't know why that is. I just didn't feel hungry yesterday until dinner, so I don't know, it's kind of cool. My dinner was, my mom took some of the chicken that I bought, added some vegetables, and added a tiny bit of fajita seasoning, and we made some soft tacos, which was kind of nice. So cool. Cool. My nose is plugged, if you can't tell. It's kind of frustrating. The other day I just had a random coughing fit where my nose was like completely plugged and then I just couldn't stop coughing. So that was strange and scary all at once. So yeah. Yesterday, a music store here in Canada is Long and McQuaid, and it's a fantastic music store. And every store they usually every store they have is absolutely huge and giant, and they didn't have a huge giant store in London until yesterday, the grand opening of the new Long and McQuaid. Opened up this giant music store, and I walked in and I was like, oh, I'm in heaven. It was the most beautiful store, and so I decided, you know, I decided that I was going to leave my debit card at home, but that didn't happen. So I sort of spent money on a new mic system, the Audio-Technica condenser mic, and then I bought the pop filter today, tested it out. It works fabulously. What's cool about this microphone, oh, sorry, and you might not understand what this graph means, but it says that the frequency response is from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. And what that means is, what the ear can hear, 20 Hz is the lowest your ear can hear. 20,000 Hz is 20 kilohertz. And that's the highest your ear can hear. This microphone hears the complete human range of frequency. Even the stuff that's inaudible once you reach a certain age, like the 20,000 Hz. Which is, if anyone you know has that iPhone app that gets that really high pitch that annoys everybody, that's 20,000 Hz. Or 20 kilohertz. And this is all stuff that I'm learning in my recording class. I'm really digging my new semester. It's spectacular. My music and computers class, I'm learning how to set up a home studio, and if you look around, what I've learned this year, I've bought this condenser microphone, which is absolutely spectacular. Condensers are perfect for singing because they'll help get the right tone instead of a dynamic, which will, you know, sort of ruin the tone in a way. This is a pop filter. Usually attaches onto the microphone stand, and all it does, it protects the microphone from getting a harsh wind sound on your P's and B's and other harsh vowels. And even when you blow, all you'll get, which is cool, I tested it, you didn't get any wind noise. All you got was the sound of the air coming out of my lips, which is really cool. I also invested in these studio monitors, the M Audio studio monitors. Absolutely fantastic studio monitors, and perfect for a budget home studio. Sorry. And then before that, I have my Line 6 UX2 as my AD converter, and that's sort of my interface, which it is my interface, but it's also sort of my AD converter. And then these are Shure SRH240 studio headphones. I had those for a couple years, and they have done a fantastic job. And I've got my MIDI controller and my cork pad control. So I've learned a whole bunch about setting up my my home studio, and I'd already had most of the equipment. I just didn't know how to properly use it. Now I'm learning that. Today in class, we're doing projects, but because the studio is so small, we can only have a certain amount of groups in there, and so we're studying Time Magazine's top 100 albums. We're just listening through these albums and giving our responses to them. So anyways, my breakfast this morning, I got up early because I had my interview today, which I told you went spectacularly. I got 100% on my interview because they have a marking sheet. I got 100%. So I'm assured a spot there at Rogers TV, which is good. Because if I didn't get it, I'd be very upset. I'd already worked there for a year and a half. I know everybody there, and I know I can do it. So that's pretty cool. And then, so my breakfast. Oh, by the way, happy Fat Tuesday. That's what it is. It's Pancake Day. My breakfast was oatmeal. I had oatmeal and I had a banana. I'm a banana. I'm a banana. Sorry. Where'd that come from? I had that, and then a glass of water. I had a pint of water. I kind of went cross-eyed there for a sec. That was weird. Then I drove my mom to work so she could be there for 7:10. Then I drove to the Tim Hortons by my school. Sat down to mentally prepare myself, you know, get my thoughts collected, prepare some, look over my resume so I had stuff to reference, come up with some answers to potential questions. And while I was there, I had a French vanilla coffee and a Boston cream donut. I allowed myself that. As sort of like a, here we go. My lunch, I came home and had a Caesar salad, which was 2 days past due, and I don't regret it one bit. It was a lovely salad. Used the half fat dressing, and so yeah, that was pretty good. Wouldn't do it again. The 2 days past due, you could definitely tell it wasn't in its prime, but you know, wasn't the most terrible thing in the world. That was weird. I got home after picking up the pop filter at the music store. Then I got home, got changed, went to work. And I was expecting there to be a lot of people picking up pancakes today and hotcakes, which there wasn't, so good. Didn't have too much of a bad time at work. Actually, I do enjoy my work. There's just one manager that I feel very uncomfortable working with, and you know, if there's any more incidents, I'm going to need to bring it up with the manager, because it is very unprofessional, the way our relationship is, and it's something that I need to look at, and I need to have some help looked at. Yeah, so that's sort of a disappointing thing, but we did very well today. It was dead, but our time was like 40 seconds, which is pretty good. So we got a free dessert as our reward, and so I chose the snack size Oreo flurry, which is about yay big. Yeah. So I had that just as my little treat. Good job, Ted. You didn't wait on anything from the grills, because I was grills all day. It's never good if you want to wait, if you're going to wait on anything. And then I got home. I went to the grocery store to pick up my dad some stuff. I came home and made myself pancakes, because it's Pancake Tuesday. And I made them really nicely. I had a cup of pancake mix, a cup of water, and that makes 4 pancakes. And I thought they were pretty bland by themselves. So I added about a tablespoon of cinnamon, which was nice. I added banana slices, which was spectacular. I added orange extract, which really blended with the cinnamon and the banana really well, and it made it sort of citrusy and fun. And then I added dark chocolate chips, just a little handful, and they were amazing. So yeah, that was my food for the day. Then I came upstairs, played the bass. I've got a guy who wants me to play a bass in his band, so we're going to start with a couple jam sessions and then potentially get more serious into it, which is exciting. Even though I am a guitar player, I do play the bass as well. And people make that connection, just like, oh, you play the guitar, it's so easy to play the bass. No, bass... guitarists who come to play the bass play it differently than a bass player who plays chorally bass. Guitar players who, and this is just speaking normally, guitar players who come to the bass usually play a lot more melodically. So if you look at Paul McCartney was a guitarist who was moved to bass. And so when you listen to his parts, they're very melodic and they sound really cool. But that's because he's got that guitar sense of mind, which is what I've got. So my licks are pretty melodious, if you will. I just sort of noodled. Yeah. And that's an octave and a fifth above where it would be. But yeah, this is a ukulele. It's a 6-string ukulele tuned like a guitar. Okay, anyways, what I just did, I just applied to Walt Disney World they have a summer program for those who are enrolled in a university, or an accredited college and university. And so I just applied to that, and my only worry is that I don't get an offer of admission until May, and they want you to be enrolled in a university, officially enrolled. So that's definitely it's definitely a little scary. So I just emailed the guy saying, you know, I'd like to find out more about this. Here's a copy of my resume. I'd like to ask you a couple questions. If you could get back to me, that'd be great. And so yeah, co-op has helped me so much in making you know, in getting myself out there, which is nice. And it's only been the first 2 weeks. So yeah. Also, just a side note, and this is probably going to be the title of the video, I suck at making pancakes. Even though they're delicious, they look like crap. I can't flip a pancake to save my life. They always crumple, and I never get those perfect pancakes that my mom gets. So, I usually just end up with ugly pancakes. But, you know, they work. They're pancakes. You get the fluffy stuff. It's fun. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope to talk to you tomorrow. Sláinte. Have a good night. And again, I'm going to say this again. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. I will see you, hopefully, tomorrow.